Hey you guys, I'm Jess and I run LuLaRoe PGHS. And I wanted to talk to you today a little bit about the differences between the Irma, the classic tea, and the perfect tea. Because I think when you're new to LuLaRoe and you're trying to figure out what you want to buy and how you want to start off things, it's a little bit confusing and a little bit tricky to pick between the three. So we're going to start off and talk about Irma, which is right behind me here. And Irma to me is like your go-to pair it up with some leggings kind of shirt, right? So Irma is a true tunic style shirt. It is meant to be long, and she features this high-low kind of waist cut. So what I mean by that is it's going to be a little bit shorter in the front, a little bit longer in the back. By no means is it going to be short in the front. Everything that you want to be covered is going to be covered. Irma has a more fitted sleeve, as you can see, and the sleeve is going to come down to about your elbow or so, give or take a little bit. It is not a 3/4 length, but it's going to come about to your elbow. And like I was saying, it is a more fitted sleeve. I personally like that because when you're wearing a shirt that's kind of meant to be big overall, I think that having a sleeve that's a bit more fitted gives you more of a defined look. It doesn't look like you're wearing a shirt that's just too big for you. Irma is cut relatively straight from the armpit down. So you do have some nice flowiness in here. You don't really get a lot of lines from your leggings. You don't get a lot of tightness here in the stomach if that's something that you're a little bit apprehensive about. But you really get kind of a nice flowy look. With that in mind, Irma runs really big. And I think it's important to know that because what tends to happen is if you buy Irma in your normal size, then people tend to say, oh, I don't like this. I feel like I'm wearing a bag. I feel like I'm wearing something that's just too big for me. So I always recommend that you go down at least one, but I prefer two sizes from your normal size. I am a true large and I tend to wear this shirt in a small. So I would size down in this shirt. It will still be loose, it will still be big, but it will give you the coverage that you want in terms of the length. It'll give you a nice amount of fabric here in the middle. I am currently 30 weeks pregnant, and I only bring that up because I'm wearing an Irma, and I'm wearing it in my normal size, which is a small. It is more fitted on me and my stomach than it will be on you. So if you're looking at this thinking, I'm not so sure about that, it probably will look different when you wear it. But you can transition it into a maternity shirt super easy. So that's the Irma, okay? Cut pretty straight here from the armpit down. It is a bit shorter in the front and longer in the back. Lots of great coverage for when you're wearing it with leggings. The next shirt that I'm going to talk to you about is the perfect tee. So the perfect tee has some similarities to the Irma, but at the same time, it's significantly different, right? So the perfect tee has arms that are a little bit shorter. They're still long, they're still going to come up, I would say probably 1 to 2 inches above your elbow, and they are a fitted sleeve as well. The thing with the perfect tee that makes this so different but so nice is that it's fitted in the chest. Depending on how you size it, it's not going to be a tight shirt, but it is more fitted in the chest. But then it really flares out at the bottom, as you can see. So instead of coming straight down like the Irma would, you have a lot of room here in the body of the shirt. What that means is if you're somebody who's a little bit self-conscious about your midsection, somebody who really doesn't want anything that's going to hug you in here, doesn't want any kind of tightness, this is a really great shirt for that. This shirt is also a bit longer in length. It is not as long as the Irma is in the back, as you can see here, but it is a longer shirt. So you could absolutely wear this shirt with leggings. I wouldn't say that this is a full coverage shirt, but it's gonna make you feel like you're covered. This is also a shirt that if you wanted to throw a cardigan over, or you wanted to throw a linsey over, it would give you a little bit more coverage in the back, but still be really comfortable. The Perfect Tee does also run rather large. So this is another shirt that I would tell you I would size down one or two sizes from your normal size. As you can see, or maybe not, I don't know. This is an extra, extra small Perfect. This is an extra, extra small Irma. So from a sizing standpoint, I tend to say that you will wear the same size in both of these shirts. Okay? The other thing to note about the Perfect Tee is that you have these slits on the side. It gives you a little bit more room, it gives you a little bit more flowiness, but the other thing is sometimes people prefer to tie these on the sides and give themselves a whole totally different look. And that can be really cute too. So if you feel like the Perfect Tee maybe is too much fabric for you, or you just want something that's a little bit more fitted on any particular day, you can easily kind of tie up the sides, one or both, and give yourself a totally different look, okay? The other shirt that I wanted to mention to you today, or talk to you about today, is the Classic Tee. I personally love the Classic Tee. The Classic Tee to me is exactly as it is. It's totally classic. This is the shirt that you can throw on with any pair of jeans. You can throw it on under any skirt, and it works. It's that shirt that is so comfortable you just don't want to take it off. This to me, in terms of the shirts that I'm showing you, will provide you with the least amount of coverage when you're wearing leggings. So it does have a little bit of this high-low kind of cut, but in comparison to the Irma, it's really not very much. And as a whole, the length of this shirt is just overall smaller, or shorter, I should say. It's a shorter cut shirt. It's going to hit you below your waist for sure. You won't have any trouble wearing this with any real pants of your choosing. But if you're somebody who's feeling like you want everything to be covered, you're a little bit maybe self-conscious, or you just want to make sure you're covered, I probably wouldn't pair this with leggings unless you're wearing something over it, in which case you get all the coverage in the world. Okay? The Classic Tee has really great sleeves. They're loose, they're flowy, they're shorter. This is going to kind of hit you more where a typical standard t-shirt would, right? And there's really no restriction here, whereas as we talked about, the other shirts do have a more restricted, more fitted sleeve. This is a lot looser. And this does have a little bit of an outward cut. So when you put it on, it's still going to really give you that kind of nice feeling where you're not too tight in your stomach. Because at least for me, I hate when I try to put on a fitted t-shirt and I just feel uncomfortable all day. I'm like pulling at it, I'm pulling it down, I'm pulling my pants up. I hate that. And so the nice thing about this is it does come out enough that you have that comfort, but at the same time you don't feel like it's a lot, right? It's just kind of, it's easy to wear. And so between the three of these, again, I think that it's probably giving you the least amount of coverage with leggings. It's giving you the most amount of arm space. And it still kind of flares outward enough that you don't feel like you're tight and constricted in your midsection. The other thing to note about the Classic Tee is that it's more true to size. So if you're looking at these three shirts, the Irma here is an extra, extra small. The Perfect here is an extra, extra small. This is a small classic. I would say that the three of these are comparably sized. So I would say that I would pick this in the size you normally wear. If you're between sizes and you're not sure, you may want to go down, depending on the fit that you like. But as a whole, this is much more true to size. So all three of these shirts are really easy to wear. They're really, really comfortable, and they offer different things depending on what you like better. But there are some significant differences. So hopefully that helps you in your decision-making process. Again, I'm Jess, and I run LuLaRoe PGH Jess, so feel free to reach out and ask me any questions you may have. Thank you, guys.